So, what if the truest form of wealth wasn't about what's sitting in your bank account, but about a kind of hidden blessing in everything you already have? In this explainer, we're going to explore something called Barakah, a concept that might just completely redefine your idea of what it means to live a rich life.
Have you ever wondered about this? It's something we've all seen. You meet someone who, on paper, doesn't have a lot, but they just radiate this incredible sense of peace and contentment. And then you see someone else who has everything we're told we should want, yet they seem to be searching for something, like there's this constant void. The difference between them? It's not financial. It's something much, much deeper.
Well, the answer to that puzzle lies in this really beautiful concept, Barakah. It's an Arabic word that we can translate as a divine blessing. But look, this isn't about a sudden lottery win or some lucky break. It's better to think of it as a spiritual multiplier. It's this unseen qualitative value that makes what you have feel like more than enough, bringing this profound sense of grace and ease into your life.
Okay, so first up, let's really unpack this idea of a different kind of wealth. I want you to try and forget about getting rich in the way we usually think about it. We're talking about cultivating a richness of spirit, a richness that can genuinely transform your entire reality.
And this, right here, is the key. This is the whole point. Barakah completely flips the script. It suggests that, say, a small amount of money that perfectly covers your needs and brings you peace, well, that's actually way more valuable than a huge fortune that only brings you stress and anxiety. It's all about the divine quality that gets infused into your possessions, your time, and even your relationships. That's what truly matters.
So the big question is, how do you even know if you have Barakah in your life? It's not like it sends you a notification, right? It rarely announces itself with a big flashing sign. Instead, it shows up in these really subtle, quiet ways. So let's look at how to start recognizing its presence in our day-to-day lives.
One of the first signs is just this sense of flow. You know those days, the ones where a project you were absolutely dreading just comes together perfectly? Or you find a simple, elegant solution to a problem that seemed completely impossible yesterday? That unexpected ease, that feeling of things just clicking into place. That's a pretty good sign Barakah is at work.
And what about time? This one's huge. We all get the same 24 hours in a day, but some days it just feels like you have all the time in the world, doesn't it? While other days, it just slips right through your fingers. Barakah can feel like it stretches your time, allowing you to be productive, to be present, and to be calm, getting so much more done without that frantic, rushed feeling we all know too well.
This blessing also touches our connections with other people. It's that moment when you have to have a difficult conversation and it just goes smoothly, where understanding flows between you instead of conflict. It's the harmony you feel in your home, the loyalty of your friends, a kind of peacefulness in your relationships that feels almost divinely guided. You know, this is where these ideas really start to feel real. Think about it. We all know people like this, right? The single parent who is somehow, against all odds, juggling everything but still finds these quiet moments of peace. Or the student who's been wrestling with a really tough subject and then suddenly has that aha moment of clarity. These aren't just random coincidences. They are tangible, real-world examples of Barakah in action. So recognizing the signs is the first step, and it's a big one. But how do we actively invite more Barakah into our lives? Well, this next section is all about that. We're going to look at two fundamental keys to unlocking this blessing for yourself.
The very first key is something called niyyah, which basically means intention. This is all about the why behind your what. Before you start any task, doesn't matter if it's for work, for your family, or just for yourself, taking just a single moment to dedicate it to a higher purpose, to goodness, that can completely change its spiritual weight. A simple, everyday act done with a pure intention can become absolutely saturated with barakah.
And the second key is shukr, or gratitude. And let me tell you, this one is a total game changer. Just look at the two perspectives here. Gratitude is the tool that transforms the mindset of "I don't have enough" into the reality of "what I have is blessed." It literally shifts your entire focus away from what you lack and onto the abundance you already have. And that very act of recognition, it just invites even more blessings in. Okay, so let's get super practical. Here are 3 simple habits you could literally start today. First, make intentional prayers, or du'as, specifically asking for barakah in your time, your health, your work. Second, practice conscious giving. Charity is said to cleanse your wealth, and it just opens the doors for more blessings to flow in. And third, always be seeking knowledge that benefits you and others around you. But here's what I find so fascinating about barakah.
It's not meant to be hoarded or kept for yourself. It's a blessing that's designed to be shared. So now we're going to see how it expands outward, creating this amazing positive ripple effect that can enrich an entire community.
A community that's filled with barakah is built on these pillars. When people come together with a unified positive purpose, when they show genuine compassion for one another, share in good deeds and offer mutual support, the collective blessing just grows exponentially. The whole becomes so much greater than the sum of its parts.
And this leads us to this powerful idea, the ripple effect. The core of it is that nothing good we do ever exists in a vacuum.
It all begins right here, with just one decision to help somebody, one sincere prayer, one quiet moment of gratitude. It can seem so small, so insignificant.
But its impact is infinite. That single act multiplies in ways we can't even see, returning to you and spreading through your community with blessings you might not ever be aware of.
So, let's bring all of this together. What does it actually mean to live a truly rich life? In our final section here, we're going to completely redefine success and explore how a life that's centered on barakah creates a legacy that truly, deeply matters.
I just love this quote because it really captures the essence of everything we've talked about. The world is constantly telling us to accumulate more money, more status, more things. But a life of barakah teaches that true, lasting success is found in contentment with what you have, the richness of your spirit, and the good you leave behind in the world.
And the rewards for living this way? They're profound. You end up cultivating this lasting inner peace that isn't shaken by what's going on around you. You develop a deep resilience that helps you navigate life's challenges with grace. And maybe most importantly, you build a legacy of goodness that continues to ripple out long after you're gone.
So as you go about the rest of your day, your tasks, your interactions, everything, try to forget what the world tells you to chase. And instead, just ask yourself this one simple question. Where will I find and where will I create my barakah today?